Oh my goodness, these technical analysis gurus are so full of shit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to review this guy that goes by the name of Wolves of Crypto, even though when you have a look at his channel, all he does is go Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. Just the name is uh, is a scam in and of itself. But 13 days ago, as usual, he was wrong again. He's been wrong for 6 to 12 months on Bitcoin, and that's all he focuses on. Every one of his videos he's been wrong about, all the way through till today. So let's just say 13 days ago, today is the 15th of February. When I go to the chart, this is what he was looking at. This is the Bitcoin chart, and so this is basically, I can move it over just a little bit more. This is basically what he was looking at on the 2nd of February. I'll move it over a little bit more. 2nd of February, you can see it here on the chart. Can you guys see that? Is my head in the way? No, you guys can see it okay. So this is what he was looking at, okay, when he made this video. So let's listen to what he has to say. Man.
It's been abundantly clear to me in the last week that people have flipped bullish a little bit too early. And this is probably due to the fact that Bitcoin has not really seen any bad price action since about March last year. The last time we had a downwards trend was about March last year, so almost a year ago. People aren't used to bearishness, and this has become very clear as we've rejected from a very important weekly candle level that we needed to break to be bullish, and we saw a very bearish monthly candle structure form on the monthly candle close.
Sitting in his bedroom in his parents' house by the looks of things. He seems so confident. He's got himself a moustache to make him look like he's at least 18 years old. So he must know what he's talking about. Let's get in. There's his opening statements. It's bearish, apparently. Let's get into this.
Let's get into the content. Guys, I'm going to break it down as simply as I possibly can for you today, right? I've kind of repeated rhetoric over and over again ever since the top. As you guys know, go back and scroll my YouTube channel. We predicted this top 12 hours before it occurred. We said...
Now, multiple times along here, he was telling us that we're going down. It's going to collapse. This is around 30s. He got that wrong as well. Since the 30s, we've gone up into the 40s. Now, when he's looking at this, we're looking at mid 40s, right? So we already hit the bottom of 38. Now, I could go back further, actually. I probably should have, but I just grabbed this one because if you have a look at this, this is not good. It's a trap. It's a trap at 40. What is it? It's 42. It's a trap. He does have another video here, which is 9 days ago. Bitcoin's in danger. 9 days ago. Danger. It's going to go down 28%. A 28% collapse. That's what he was saying 9 days ago. So this one is 13 days ago. This one's 9 days ago. He's bearish while it's going up. So let's continue with what he has to say.
A rejection was imminent. The rejection did occur. It went downwards. It reached our first target of 38.5k.
He said here that the rejection was imminent, and he was correct. Okay, if you're bearish all the time, continuously, every drop, you're going to be right. But the people who are trying to make money should be buying here and basically holding all the way through to here. And even if it drops down, if it pumps back up, which it should be because we're in a bull run now, you're making money by holding. So therefore, this guy should be bullish. He should be like, okay, we should have a bit of a correction, and that'll be good opportunity for you guys to get back in. We're going to go up higher. We're going to 70k or whatever. He should understand that, but he doesn't. He's looking at the charts and he's telling us bearish signals all the time. So this is bearish rejections. This is not good. 13 days ago. And then, 4 days after that, he's saying that we're going to have a correction of 28%. But just to make it clear so you guys understand, this is the point where he's saying this. And then you can move it over a couple more days where he's saying that it's still going to correct all the way through here. He's bearish, bearish, bearish. So this is 7th of February, which is approximately when 9 days ago, 7th, 8th of February, 7th, 6th of February is around when he uploaded this video saying that there should be a 28% correction. And look at what happened. Look at what happened. Up, 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 up. We hit 42, almost 52,500. So if you're listening to this guy here, and he's bearish, right? He's bearish at 48. Let's just say you bought the absolute peak, and you ignored him when he was bearish, you'll be up now. But if you're here and you're selling because of his terrible advice, you're looking at it and you're looking at this video here that says 28% correction coming, and you're holding here. You sell. You watch this. If you trust the guy, you're like, oh wow. See, look at the arrow. The arrow goes down. Beware. It's all in red. This is 9 days ago. Why does this guy have anyone following him? He's wrong every single time. You sell here. You're like, oh my God, we're going to get a 28% correction. I better sell here, and then I'll buy back in at 35, 30K. Man, it's going to be a big correction. Wolves of crypto is going to, help me make money. You sell, and then it skyrockets to 52. You're losing money. Let's just hear what else he has to say, just to confirm how wrong he is. And this was 13 days ago. 13 days ago.
And currently we still do have lower targets. Now, a lot of people are thinking, Wolf, why do you think we have lower targets? How is the bottom not in yet? Why do you think we'll go lower? I'm going to explain it to you very, very simply.
People are asking him, why are you still bearish? Why do you think there's lower lows? Why isn't the bottom in yet? Why? And this is his explanation. Let's hear it.
Not really my opinion. It is my opinion. I do believe it, but it's more of just an objective reality.
It's not just his opinion. It's objective reality based on the charts. Okay, this is going to be great, even though it's wrong.
Being that the bottom is in, the objective reality being that we're in a downwards trend. And if we're in a downwards trend, it is logical to assume that downside targets are valid. That's the reality. So I'm going to break down the daily chart, weekly chart, and...
We're in a downwards trend? Are you off your head? We hit, 16,000, and for 12 months we've been going up. We've been doing nothing but going up for 6, 8, 9 something months. We're in an upwards trend. How does this guy have anyone following him with his retarded advice? I'll go to the weekly chart, right? And what we'll do is let me, the last year, or the last 6 months. The last 6 months, we have been going up. This is what we call an upward trend. And this guy's telling us we're in a downward trend?
Monthly chart, looking into the monthly...
He just said monthly chart too.
Candle close as well. And I'll also bring up something I brought up a few times on my YouTube community page as well. So let's get into it. So let's start with this post, because it's actually very important, right? It has now been 232 days since Bitcoin has seen a correction of 25% or more. The last time Bitcoin went this long without a drawdown of that size was 2011, right? Bitcoin was $1 in 2011. We've gone the longest time. It's in 12 years.
See, this is the difference between technical analysis and having any sort of understanding of fundamentals. This guy doesn't understand the fundamentals. He has no business teaching anybody anything about technical analysis, because he's wrong all the time, because this is not a technical analysis time. This is a fundamentals time. And that doesn't mean at this point, all the way up here at 52, we're not going to get a 25% correction. It doesn't mean we're going to go back. But the thing is, what's the probability of us hitting 38 again? Or 35? Like, if we do get a major pullback to say 35, right? how many people would be happy knowing full well that we are about to hit the halving and we're going into a bull run? So many people will be buying. If we go back to 40, people will be buying. Understand the market, understand the mentality that if people have switched bullish, then they are buying at every possible dip. And this seems like a dip. People saw it go down to 38. It pumped up a little bit. It went sideways for a bit. And then people are like, well, we're going to go up again. We're definitely going to hit this. Let's buy now and get in before everyone else. But if you're following this fool, you're like, oh, we need a pullback. All he's doing all the time is picking pullbacks. He said it himself. It pumped up to here. He picked a pullback. Okay, so let's just say that we do get a pullback. We might get a pullback back to this level. So that means that where he told you to sell, or the whenever someone, he didn't tell you to sell, but whenever someone's telling you that we're due for a pullback, what does that tell you? It tells you to sell. Like, why should I hold if it's going to pull back? And my expert in technical analysis is telling us that we're going to pull back. I should sell, right? I should definitely sell. And so he's losing your money. All he is doing is losing you money. 9 days ago, 28% correction. Like, where does this go back? This is 30. That's the 30 mark. If you have a look at the chart, the thumbnail, 33. His arrow points all the way back to here. And so you look at that, he couldn't have been more wrong. He was the total opposite of what happened in the market.
Since we've seen a 25% or more correction,
I'll just listen to this a little bit longer.
$1, right? So that
just a little bit longer. I'll go through this and then we'll move on. But you have a look. It's been 232 days since Bitcoin has had a 25% drawdown. That doesn't mean, the market can be, irrational longer than you can be solvent. This is how it works. And so a month ago he said that. Okay, well, he's been wrong. It's just been nothing but parabolic the entire month. If you look at the chart, it's like boom, 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 boom. Where do we go back to here? We go back to October. So a month ago, you say December. So December, boom. We had a bit of a pullback here, but we've gained all of it. All of it has been blown out of the water. How wrong can you constantly be? How wrong can you constantly be? Now let's see. Why are bearish targets active? What are the bearish targets? Let's not gaslight him. Let's find out what he actually thinks.
The Fibonacci retracements. We take a Fibonacci retracement from the peak in 2017 to the low in 2019. We can see we rejected from this teal level and it was this light green level and went downwards to the red level, okay, and then went upwards from there. COVID drop doesn't count. COVID drop is black swan events. You can act like that of the dead cat bounce in the bear market, okay? What you'll notice is that if we're looking at the red line, we generally reject from the red line in every single bear market, and we go about 3/4 of the way down to the yellow line, right? In 2016 we did that. In 2019 we did that.
So what he said was at that point, it should go to about 48 and then pull back to around 31, according to his technical analysis. It didn't happen. We haven't gone back to 31. I don't think we are going to see 31. So what is it here? 31. I don't think... Okay, I'll call it right now. I don't think we're going to see 31,000 for the next year and a half, maybe 2 years. We might not see 30,000 until the next bear market bottom. Okay? This might have been your last chance to get in at 30,000. And it might have gone because you're listening to this guy and you're missing the bull run because of this guy's terrible advice. I could be wrong, but I would put my basic understanding of the market against his, and I'll say that we're not going to hit 30,000 until the next bear run, the next time we hit the peak by the end of this year, next year, and then maybe towards the end of 2025, early 2026, if you're lucky and we pull back to 30,000. That's if you're lucky in 2 years we're going to pull back that far. I don't think we will. And if we have a 50% correction from here back to what? 26. Do you think there's going to be a 50% correction from here? 40% correction? I don't think so. I don't think we're going to see 30,000 until at least 2 years from now. Year and a half from now, something like that. It's too early to make wild predictions that far ahead. But I can almost guarantee you've missed out on 30K. And if you're waiting for 30K, you'll be still waiting for 30K while watching Wolves of Crypto when it hits 60K. And you'll be waiting for 30K when it hits 70K. And at what point and how many losses do you have to take while listening to this fucker? Until you eventually realize that everything he's saying is just bearish bullshit. Discussion, conclusions. He's got a lot of fancy shit going on here.
Logic alone.
So much fancy shit. He seems so confident in his predictions, yet all you have to do is go through and fact check him, and you'll realize that he is wrong almost all the time. He picked near the bottom. He said that he went in 50% at 17K. So he didn't quite pick the bottom. He thought it was going to be lower from memory. That was close. That wasn't too bad. But since then, so this guy's great at picking bottoms. Or close to the bottoms. He's not that great because he didn't tell everyone to go all in at 17K. But what he did was, what he is bad at is working out a bull run. This is not his skill. Making money, picking the bottom, sure, buy in the bottom when he says it's close, you might make some money over a couple of years. But when it comes to trading, where's the evidence of this guy being right? Here, he's like, yeah, we're going to pull back. What's the conclusion? Does he have a conclusion here? Let's just go to the last minute and hear what he has to say.
38.5, but in the same light, there's no reason to believe we'll go upwards until we break 43.8 in the weekly chart. So we are leaning bearish here. The bearish targets are still valid. We'll have to keep an eye on it. But other than that,
bearish targets are still valid. We're leaning bearish.
The analysis remains the same for the most part. I'm just here to remind you of it today. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Before we end the video, just really at all. So it's not the end of the world if Bitcoin goes down further. I think people, again, like I said at the start of this video, are just simply not used to bad price action because we haven't seen it really since March 2023. Well, now might be the time to get used to it, I think. And I think it will be very healthy if Bitcoin corrected properly here. But we'll
It'll be healthy if Bitcoin corrected. Is it his technical analysis or is it this guy's cognitive bias, cognitive dissonance, where he believes that it should pull back, or that he misses it by not buying in and going hard enough lower, that he's constantly wishing that the market pulls back so he can buy back in, and he's doing the same thing to all of his audience, and most of his audience is losing. This is why most people lose money in the market. It's because, well, these YouTubers are full of shit. I think we're going to 100K, and if you want to buy in, it might pull back 20% or something. You can wait until April, wait until the halving. And somewhere along there, if it pulls back lower than here, where we're at now, if you get under 49, under 50K again in the next month or two, I would throw everything at it to double. I'm of the belief that by the end of the year, we'll hit 100K. And I think we'll do it quite easy. Not based on technical analysis, based on the fundamentals. You just look at the ETF driving it. You look at the understanding of people in the market. We don't need these technical analysis gurus anymore. There's so many people like myself that don't know shit about this, that outperform these gurus online, because these gurus are constantly wrong. Buy in at the bottom, hold the fuck up, and sell it up high, make a ton of money, get the fuck out. And the more you listen to these fuckers, the more you're going to lose money. That's why I'm making this video, because he just pissed me off for such a long time for being so wrong. He's been wrong for 6 months straight, and he's done nothing but piss me off. He missed the September, October pump with all of the alts. He missed everything, and he calls himself Wolves of Crypto when all he does is focus on Bitcoin. The easiest one. Okay, you picked 17K. You tell everyone to go in 100% at 20K. And fucking hold. You would have outperformed everybody else. You'd be up 150% by now. Then you can claim that. But instead, all of these dodgy predictions that he's making, but by telling everybody that we're gonna collapse back here. This is like 2 weeks ago, and just being wrong and wrong and wrong. Look at this. Look at this comment. Thank you for amazing content as always. Why? Because you're losing money. GTOMD. You're losing money if you're selling here or waiting for the 28% correction. Man. Anyway, that's today's rant about this guy.